What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Good Game Reviews. Here to do another top 100 NFL players of 2020 reaction. Last video we're gonna do, unfortunately, I already said it before. YouTube be with the nonsense, and I just decided, I ain't having it, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna knock these out. I already did the Tom Brady video. You ain't seen that yet? Go ahead and watch that one. I'm gonna go ahead and do the Stephon Gilmore quickly. Anybody who disagrees with the fact that this guy was the defensive player of the year in 2019 needs to probably have their head examined and probably stop watching football altogether. I'm dead serious, because what this guy did in 2019, I mean, you just can't dismiss it. The fact that we had the number one defense, the fact that we had the most interceptions in the whole league. I mean, look, the Patriots would dominate, and I feel like some more players should be on this list. To be real, I feel like at least 3 more players should be on this list from that defense. Devin McCourty definitely needed to be on this list. I would argue that Jamie Collins probably needs to be somewhere on this list, maybe a little lower, but like a little on the lower side of the list. But he needs to be on this list. And if I can pick one more defensive player, I would probably say, well, you know what? I ain't gonna say. You know what? I probably would throw JC in the honorable mentions. He needs to I feel like once he gets the opposite, once he gets that starting role, it's the opposite end of Gilmore. When he's on the opposite side, and he's not just that guy who's coming in and pretty much getting once Jason McCourty leaves and JC pretty much steps in and takes his place, I feel like he'll start getting some more recognition once he starts getting more play time and people get more eyes on him and they're able to see what he can do, and then he'll be able to get up on this list, because he definitely, his talent wise, he deserves to be up on this list. I think he had about 4 interceptions last year, on his own, and not to mention this guy who had 6 interceptions on his own, who gave Amari Cooper, one of the best wide receivers in the league, a goose egg. Just goes to show you. So we're going to go ahead and hop to this video. Long intro. Let's go ahead and just get it started. Defensive player of the year.
Top 100 players in the NFL, and you had to pick the number 1 player. Who would it be?
I'd pick myself.
That's what's up. He's a humble guy, but he knows his skills.
All right, Steph. Well, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions that I got off Twitter, so people can actually hear you talk.
No way.
When you have a shutdown corner,
Man,
you always hear from him that he's a shutdown corner, but Steph doesn't say a whole lot.
The joke. I don't know if that was slow mo or but that was just one of the weirdest winks. It just didn't look. I don't know. It just didn't look natural. I don't know.
Yes, he's a quiet guy. He doesn't talk very much. But then I'm looking at him on Twitter, and I'm like, you are talking a lot of trash on social media, but you're really quiet in person.
Yeah, hold on, wait. Let me see that. Yeah, he was crying a lot. If you get into him, if he don't get the ball or he doesn't get a call, he'll cry. But he's a good receiver and a good tight end. He's a great player. They made that part blurry, but they want. Yo, I think I remember reading this a while back. Yeah, he ain't afraid to go after people, man. He'll let people know what it is.
Social media, but you're really quiet in person. And so he has that confidence.
Because he let his game talk.
It's about him as a top corner.
The player is quiet. His game is loud.
The deflection by Gilmore, high in the air, intercepted by Simon.
Simon had like 3 INTs.
He's one of those DBs that you sit back and you're like, how do I get open? You know, how do I beat him? Because he's so athletic and incredible football IQ.
Gilly Lock jumps it.
That big thing, I could have had a big thing.
He's fluid. You could try and do little things and he just don't top on you. He's like a big blanket.
I knew it was a double move though. Yeah. And then you just took off. Yeah.
His technique is flawless. Stand in front of the receiver, being aggressive when you need to be aggressive, be a ball hawk.
Look at this guy. Nope.
That was nice because it's like, oh, he thought he caught that. Nah. Yeah.
In 2019, Stephon Gilmore caused 2 interceptions and had 6 of his own, including 2 he returned for touchdowns. On his way to being voted NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
His tape speaks for itself, his numbers speak for itself, and he's a guy that I watched when they played Cincinnati. He made a pick 6, playing cover 0 and playing outside leverage. You know how hard that is? I think he's probably the only guy doing that.
I'll tell you what, he baited him big time. Oh, man. Gilmore said, you know, I'm going to make it look like Tyler Boyd has a shot. Gilmore breaks on it. Unreal.
I texted him after the game. I was like, bruh, you motivated me today.
Let me touch some. Let me get some juice today.
Gotta get some of that
Get them
greatness.
superpowers.
What's his favorite thing his mama/grandma cooks?
I would say pig feet.
Pig feet.
Pig feet.
Ooh, I didn't see that one.
Time to eat now.
All right, time to eat now.
Let's go get it.
Week in and week out, Gilly Lock locked up the opponent's #1 receiver.
DeAndre Hopkins and Stephon Gilmore, that's going to be a matchup to watch.
Helping the Patriots become the top-ranked defense in the NFL.
He erased a lot of guys out there, man. He was out there competing at a high level all year. He made so many plays, man.
Throws one down the right side, wobbled and intercepted by Stephon Gilmore on the sideline.
Let's go.
He stepped right in front of Ellison.
Yeah. I mean, that comes from experience.
A lot of cornerbacks are not able to do that. You watch film, he knows once one go inside, 2 got to be coming out, you know, and he baited the quarterback.
The corner, Stephon Gilmore, he knows that he has safety help, so he's able to stay underneath.
You know, he stayed on him for a while and he piggyback off. That's where he took a big leap this year.
The best one was the Dallas game when he intercepted with one hand.
Dak was trying to throw it to Amari, crossing route.
And Steph somehow undercuts the receiver. And he catches the ball with one hand in the rain.
Intercepted by Stephon Gilmore.
That's why you would go. What I say.
I'm telling you, I think he's the best defensive player in the NFL, and Stephon Gilmore blanketed Amari Cooper.
I mean, it's hard to intercept a shallow crosser.
In the rain.
That would have been a tough catch for a receiver, let alone a DB. So I think that was a play that really summed up the kind of year he's had.
So Cooper shut out in this game. Wow. What a game by Stephon Gilmore.
Hey, that's why you Gilly Lock for a reason, boy.
Going into the game, did you think that you'd be able to do what you were able to do against Amari Cooper?
Yeah.
What are we doing over there? Locking the boys up. Let's go.
He really is a lockdown corner.
Easily defensive player of the year in my book.
Gilly, that's why you the GOAT, baby.
You know, he takes a lot of pride in not giving up anything, whether it's a walkthrough, whether it's practice, and obviously in the game.
Hey, boy. Keep it up, dog.
It's been fun to see him become the best corner in football.
Challenge guys each and every play and make it hard on them. Shut guys down this year. That's what I did.
That's what you got to do, though, man. I mean, like, seriously, like he real deal. Like before he came, when he was with Buffalo, he was still a really good corner, but he upped his game though. He upped his game when he came to the Patriots. I remember probably like it was week 4 after we had lost to the Panthers, and I ain't gonna lie, I was frustrated because it just seemed like he wasn't on the same page with everything. But really, it wasn't even really him. It was the fact that they was trying to use him in like all these like different zone coverages and stuff, and that's not really his thing. He's like, put me up against this guy, let me go against this guy, and I'll shut him down. Just let me do my thing against this player, and I got y'all. That's really like where his true like game lies. Like that's how he like really eats. So I feel like he once that next game came, the Tampa Bay game came, he was able to put it all together. And after that, it was like pretty much by the time we got to the AFC Championship game against the Jaguars, it was already known. Like, he's the guy. He's the guy. He got the big payday for a reason. And we're probably not going to see Malcolm Butler after this season. But, yeah, that was pretty much it right there. Man. But I had to go ahead and give him some love, especially in this video, since it's the last top 100 NFL players we'll be doing for right now. It's gonna be the last one. But don't worry though. We gonna still come with the original content though. Don't worry about it. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, I'm out.